This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Live from Basics. I'm Kevin Harris.
And I'm George Merrill.
And today we have a very special guest, Laura Zucker.
And when is she coming in?
Is she here yet?
I haven't seen her.
Let's go look in the parking lot.
Okay,
we'll see.
There's a tree.
Sorry, Mrs. Zucker.
I wonder if professionals have to go through all this.
A cassava is a melon.
Laura, welcome to Live from Basics.
Thank you.
So, we'll start the in-depth questionnaire now. Where were you born?
With the hard question.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Highland Park, New Jersey. And I lived most of my life in New Jersey in various parts. I went to college in New Jersey, and then I went to, did I say this out loud? I went to law school in New Jersey. Ooh. And it was all Jersey, and then I came out here 5 years ago.
So when you were, so you grew up there, and what was your childhood like?
Highland Park was a great place to grow up because it was a mile square. It was a tiny little town, and it was the sort of, I guess they called it the bedroom community for Rutgers University, which was within walking distance of my house. I was still am, the youngest of three kids. And my father he started out as a disc jockey for a local radio station, and then he came to work for Rutgers in their radio and TV production thing.
Yeah.
So we had a long affiliation with the university.
Now, what kind of stuff did you listen to when you were growing up?
We had all kinds of musical influences. My mother was an opera singer.
Really?
When she met my dad. In fact, that's how they met. He was the engineer at the radio station recording her light opera company.
Huh.
And so she listened to a lot of classical music and opera, and there was a lot of that playing. My dad could not carry a tune in a bucket, but he loved music. And he liked to listen to all of the folk music that was part of that day, like Harry Belafonte and the Weavers, mm-hmm. and Murray and Miranda. And it's that early world music and folk music. Mm-hmm. But I would say that my biggest influence came from the stuff that I started listening to when I became a music sentient being. And it probably comes as no surprise that was a lot of James Taylor, mm-hmm. Livingston Taylor, Joni Mitchell.
So when you were growing, like around that time, when did you start playing an instrument?
I started piano lessons when I was about 9 or 10. And in fact, I took piano lessons all the way through college. I started playing guitar at summer camp. You know, I was 12 or 13. And right. I played a little bit all through high school. But as I said, 3 chords and, right. and not. It wasn't sort of my defining thing. And I went to college. I was in a band. I don't even think I really played. I did some solo work in college.
So then when did you first get into the actual writing aspect of your music?
I wrote a couple songs in college. There were a lot of songs that deserved not to survive.
Well, you know, at that time of life, you know, you're still kind of figuring it out, you know. So what is life like these days for you?
Life is just really hectic.
Because?
Well, in addition to the music and the day job, I have 3 kids. And they're 16, 14, and 11. And that's very time-consuming. They want things. They have to go places.
So you're like
I have to feed them.
You're like Mom the taxi.
I am Mom the cook, Mom the taxi, Mom the mediator. Mm-hmm. It makes it challenging to get out and do music.
So how do you carve that out?
Well, the short version of this story is my ex and I share custody of the kids, so I have them every other week. And on the off week, I get out as many nights as I can and I do music.
So tell us a little bit about this first song that we're going to play, the Owl here. So what's this first song? Where did that one come from?
This was one of the first songs that I wrote, and it's about being awake at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, everybody's had a night like that where you're just lying awake and everything is quiet and your thoughts are just racing around in your head. And outside my bedroom window was a stand of redwood trees, and there was a family of owls that lived there. And because I was awake at 2 o'clock in the morning, I would hear them start to talk. And it was a very parallel experience, because they're out there saying, you know, who? Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, right, exactly.
I love, this is a cool tune. I really like this tune a lot. I love singing the chorus part on this one. This is really cool.
Yeah.
There's a tree outside my window where an owl wakes with the fading light. And as I lie awake and restless, the owl talks to me in the night. I look out, but I don't see him. He's hidden in the branches of the tree. But when the moon shines through the redwoods, the owl speaks to me, and he says, gonna fill your soul? Who's gonna make everything alright? Who is gonna make you whole? Who's gonna get you through this dark night? I am lost and I am weary. I am drifting out to sea. I am looking for direction. Won't somebody look for me? The owl says, gonna fill your soul? Who's gonna make every